Housemeister Chris disclaimer. Not everything you read in this book is accurate. Most of it is true and did happen in the author's life and was on the news. Content. Chapter 1. The Nursery of Innocence. This chapter introduces Christopher, a young boy growing up in a challenging environment on a council estate in Oldham during the 1980s. It depicts his early childhood, his experiences in nursery school, and the beginning of his struggles with social interaction and sensory processing. Chapter 2. The Shadow of the Estate. This chapter delves deeper into Christopher's experiences in primary school, highlighting the bullying and the impact it had on his self-esteem. It paints a vivid picture of the harsh realities of life on the estate, with its violence, poverty, and social deprivation. Chapter 3. The Glue of Escape. This chapter explores Christopher's descent into the world of drugs and alcohol. It depicts his early experimentation with substances, his involvement with local gangs, and the gradual erosion of his innocence. Chapter 4. The Razor's Edge. This chapter focuses on the escalating violence and the increasing danger Chris faces. It describes the incident that changed his life forever, the moment when fear turned into rage and he found himself embroiled in a violent confrontation, how his life nearly came to a sudden end in some elaborate stories. Chapter 5. The Southbound Escape. This chapter details Christopher's escape to Kent, his experiences working on the farms, and the gradual healing process that begins to take place. It explores the beauty of the countryside, the camaraderie of his fellow workers, and the beginnings of his recovery. Chapter 6. The Rave Years. This chapter chronicles Christopher's return to city life, his immersion in the rave scene, and the subsequent struggles with addiction and self-destruction. It explores the highs and lows of his experiences, the fleeting euphoria followed by the crushing despair. Chapter 7. The Body's Betrayal. This chapter focuses on Chris's physical and emotional challenges after his back injury. It depicts his struggles with pain, his dependence on medication, and the deteriorating state of his mental health. Chapter 8. The Diagnosis. This chapter explores the pivotal moment when Christopher receives his diagnosis of autism and ADHD. It details the unexpected encounter in Spain, the initial skepticism, and the gradual realization that this diagnosis provided a framework for understanding his lifelong struggles. He begins to see the patterns in his behavior, connecting seemingly disparate events and experiences. The diagnosis offers relief, a validation of his experiences, and a recognition that he was not broken, but simply different. Chapter 9. The Entrepreneur. This chapter follows Christopher's journey into entrepreneurship. Driven by a newfound sense of purpose and a desire to prove himself, he embarks on a new venture, upcycling discarded objects into unique and functional creations. He explores his creativity, learns new skills, and seeks guidance from an online mentor. He ventures into the local market, facing challenges and setbacks, but remaining determined to succeed. Chapter 10. The Uncertain Future. This chapter we will explore the ongoing challenges and triumphs of Christopher's life. As he continues to struggle with mental health, his evolving understanding of himself and his place in the world, and the ongoing journey of self-discovery. Acknowledgements. Big thanks to my family for not giving up on me. My close friends like family, you know who you are. Even my haters and lost friends hope you're all well. Without you, Christopher's life might have been boring. About the author. Christopher Leese has always been an artist, storyteller at heart, growing up in the vibrant yet challenging environment of Oldham, England, with generations of family history. He witnessed the struggles of everyday people firsthand. These experiences, along with his lifelong fascination with nature, life, and the complexities of the human condition, and his family history, have deeply influenced his life. He has paid the price for his past endeavours. Christopher's own journey has been a complex tapestry of triumphs and tribulations, reflecting the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. He has grappled with personal struggles with mental health challenges, physical disabilities, and the authorities, and has emerged with a profound understanding of the human condition. Through this novel, Christopher aims to explore themes of resilience, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit. He believes that storytelling, music, has the power to connect us, to foster empathy and to inspire change. Christopher is a passionate advocate for social justice and believes in the power of storytelling to inspire hope and to promote understanding. He enjoys simple things in life, helping people: the sun, warm weather, banging tunes, travelling, spending time with loved ones and trying new things. Contact info: Facebook, Chris Ryan; LinkedIn, Christopher Leese. Please feel free to follow, like to send a friend request. Thanks for the support. The Manchester Maze, Chapter 1, The Nursery of Innocence. The rumble of the screams echoed through the streets of Oldham, a stark contrast to the quiet hum of life that had once permeated the old terraced houses. Christopher's grandparents, weathered faces etched with a mixture of anger and despair, as the council told them they had to leave their beloved neighbourhood to live on a new estate. They had lived on that street their entire lives, their roots deeply intertwined with the cobblestones and the memories woven into the very fabric of the community. It was more than just the destruction of their home. It was the erasure of a lifetime of memories, a severing of the ties that bound them to their past. The councils built the Limeside estate, a monument to post-war urban renewal, with grand promises of a brighter future. The council would later change the name to Limehurst Village to try to change its past name Limeside, aka Crimeside. Newly built houses were built with modern, spacious dwellings, offering residents a better quality of life amongst the high-rise flats. However, the reality fell far short of the promise. The demolition of their homes, a necessary evil in the eyes of the council, had torn families apart, shattering the close-knit community that had thrived for generations. Demolition crews tore down the old church, a cornerstone of the community, along with the houses. Its bell, a gift from a long-forgotten benefactor, was lost in the chaos. The new church, a stark modernist structure, never received the bell. Residents believe someone stole it, and it remained in storage somewhere, a forgotten relic of a community irrevocably altered. The absence of the bell, a symbol of both faith and community, served as a constant reminder of the losses they had endured. Christopher's grandparents, like many others, never truly recovered from the upheaval. The move to the new estate, a sterile environment devoid of the warmth and familiarity of their old neighbourhood, left them feeling isolated and adrift. The vibrant community they had known, with its shared histories and deep-rooted connections, had been shattered, replaced by a sterile anonymity. The echoes of their past, the laughter of children playing in the street, the comforting presence of their neighbours, were now distant memories, a poignant reminder of a life forever lost. Christopher's parents, young and idealistic, his mother, a vibrant young woman with a fiery spirit, had met his father at a local youth club, their courtship a whirlwind romance amidst the backdrop of a changing town. It was not long before the news of her pregnancy, a surprise to them both, had coincided with the offer of a 2-bedroom council house on the Limeside estate, a small but significant step towards building a life together. However, the reality of life on the new estate soon diverged from the idyllic picture painted by the council brochures. The promise of a brighter future had been replaced by a sense of isolation, and displacement of a close-knit community they had left behind was a distant memory, replaced by an impersonal and often hostile environment. Local newspapers of the time reported rising crime rates, youth unemployment, and a growing sense of disillusionment among the residents of the new estates. Fluorescent lights of the nursery buzzed overhead,